Hi, good evening, friends. So today we are going to discuss about our answer writing workshop. So as we know, these are the features of the answer writing workshop. But I want to give some brief intro on how it works and why actually you require answer writing workshop and what is the uniqueness of this program. So one second. So let us first discuss about what is the problem with our answer writing? What are the difficulties we face? See, content is available. You can read some book. Facts and value additions, yes, done. But the real challenge in the exam is that how do you present? How do you present it on your paper is important because it is the only way through which you can communicate. But let me tell you the practical problems in the examination hall. The questions are not straight. They are twisted, twisted. How to understand them? How to understand the question? How to understand the spirit or essence of the question? Then breaking down the question without compromising on the meaning of the question. Then third is like breaking down means what are the hidden elements, what is explicitly asked, what is implicitly present. Of course, we'll discuss with some questions today on it. Then identifying them. So explicitly asked, you can identify. But what is implicit thing? The other side of the coin in the question, which we may not identify through literal form. Third, now you know the questions, you know the meaning of the question, you know subparts of the question, but how do you present? My meaning, how do you present means, how do you start an answer? How do you write an intro? Each question is very unique. So how do you go for an intro? So you have to think then. Think in the examination hall. When you think there, time takes time. Fact. Then, somehow you have written intro. The next challenge is how to write the main body. It is not just breaking the points, breaking the question into various subparts, but framing a logical answer, logical, continuity in the answer. How do you arrive at the main body? Became a difficult task. It is not like writing 20 points or 15 points randomly. How well organized points you will write. So that when examiner reads your answer, you will understand your person of organizing skills. Your answer should look like very organized, not very random points. Then third is what you write for conclusion. It is not like writing SDG goals or some NITI Aayog report. No, it is random. For 20 questions, what do you write for conclusion? This is. So according to my experience in the test series outside, they teach you on the content, more and more content. Whatever you write, they'll add you some 4 to 5 points extra. They ask you to write them. They ask you to write down the facts. But hardly you'll get experience on understanding the question and framing the answer. Framing the answer. So here, this gap, we can fill it. It is not a rocket science, but an easy thing. So our approach is that we have different subjects in your GS. For each subject, you'll have a framework, a scientific approach on how to write intros for, suppose, history, geography, economy, security. So a common approach so that you don't waste your time in thinking on the intros. Similarly, framework for main body. How do you generate points? How do you generate points? See, you read a lot of things in the exam, but it is very hard, difficult to recollect in the examination hall. So there should be some scientific approach to recollect, some logical approach. Those ways to approach the point. Then presentation. Suppose, see, in one question, the models of questions, there are various models. In one question, they'll ask you reasons. In one question, they'll ask you impacts. In other question, they'll ask you comparison. And the other question, they'll ask you importance. See, it is not advisable to write the same presentation, present the answer in same format for all the answers. No. There are different approaches to write this. So we'll take up in each subject the models of questions they are asked. What kind of questions? Then for each model, we'll have a framework like how to present answer. One. Then conclusions, how to conclude answers. In addition to this, how to write case studies, how to write examples, and the requirements for what is requirement in a quality answer, in an economy answer, in a history answer, what should be highlighted, what shouldn't be highlighted. You can write, you can learn those things in this one. Let's take one example. One second. Let's take some modern. Modern example, like a modern history question. If it's any history question, the question is here, look at. Many voices has strengthened and enriched the national movement during Gandhian phase. First, understand what it is asking you. Like many voices during Gandhian phase has come out and contributed to the national movement. This is the overall approach. Now, if you start writing your answer, okay, what would an average student writes an answer is? He'll start with Gandhi intro. Okay, Gandhi so-and-so, etc., etc. So we promoted so-and-so, so many voices come out. At marks, see, there are two ways of writing this approach. These questions, people may generally, they go for individual person. Like they write up each person individually, like, Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Annie Besant, Ambedkar, etc., etc. They randomly write the points and their contribution to the national movement. And they conclude with so and so. They made it. Okay, fine. This is made. See, this looks, you see, it is very, very informative, but not organized. And if they change the question, you cannot apply the same approach to other question. So our approach to the modern history is that this way. So in intro, whatever intro, we follow a chronological approach for a framework for writing answers. For writing history answers. Chronology. What do you mean chronology is? Your intro will be what happened before the event. Main body is what is asked in the question. Third is what happened after an event or a phase or a time period. This is the framework. I'll give you an example. Intro. In intro, as I said, people will be writing about Gandhi, but let me tell you, just start with what used to be what were the voices earlier to the Gandhi period. Mostly it is dominated by, you'll start writing the freedom movement before Gandhian phase is dominated by moderates and extremists. But with advent of Gandhi, this has changed. Now you in a side box, you'll write the methodologies of Gandhi, like whatever methodology. So these principles, a continuity line, these principles helped many to integrate into or come into the national freedom struggle. Now, how do you write the main word? As I said, look at many voices. It means that it is ideologies that's talking about. One, you can speak about agriculture, agricultural or farmers. So what is the contribution to the national movement? You write the facts here. Second, you can write women, women voice. How? Where? You write. You divide the page. On left side, the voice. Right side, the contributions. Third, Dalits. Here comes your Ambedkar, etc. Fourth is socialism, socialistic ideas. Fifth is communist ideas. Now you can write so many points here, just randomly, like randomly. Now look at your answers, very organized, right? Similar. Then coming to the conclusions. As a result, what happened? National movement became very inclusive, and this is reflected in how in post-independence, in the constitution, look at our constitutional values, constitution, socialism, secularism, the values for women, like women rights, Dalit rights, all are included in our constitution because of their contribution and their voices, the proactive voices during the national struggle. That's it, you learned. Let's try one more question. This is a one more. So that was it was asked on timeline previous question. Now this framework is on role. Your syllabus speaks about roles, different roles. So discuss the role of women in freedom struggle, especially during Gandhian phase. How do you write during the Gandhian phase? What was before? Before Gandhian phase, freedom struggle is mostly dominated by men. With the advent of Gandhi and his policies, women started their role in freedom struggle. You'll write this. Then you'll come to, now look at how to generate points now. Role of women. It is not right like writing randomly about Sarojini Naidu, Annie Besant, Aruna Asif Ali, Neelma, etc. No. Should have a proper organized approach. Role. When some role is asked in a national freedom struggle, the role can be divided into one, ideologies. Second, methods. Third, movements. Fourth, organizations. Fifth, literature. Sixth, something else you can write about laws, etc. Now, ideologies. Any ideologies that women promoted? Home rule movement. Methods. What kind of methods? Extremist or moderate ideas by women. You can write the women involved in it. Movements. The movement participated. Organizations. All India Women's Conference. There are a few more. Literature. What kind of literature that women has contributed? So this is how you divide your points first. You categorize your points first on these lines, roles. Then you'll recollect each and every point. So it becomes very easy for you to recollect instead of randomly writing. Now, conclusions. What happened? How it is reflected in your constitution or post-independence? Write down. That's it. So there is always a science behind writing. For every subject, you have such kinds of frameworks. So keeping that frameworks in mind, if you read your content, it is easy for you to eliminate the content and revise the content based on the need, what exactly the need. So how does this program works now? Every week, we'll have a session. In every session, I'll give some questions. You will answer them. You will answer them. You people will answer them. Each and every individual will be answering those questions online. Like, you'll participate. You'll speak to me. You'll speak to me. You'll just write your answers on your rough book. Then I'll give my approach so that you'll understand your gaps in writing. Then you'll be able to appreciate this. Then you'll have 1 week. In 1 week, you can practice and you can share your answers in the group for peer review. Next week, we'll have another subject. That's it. So that is how this program works. So the main objective of this program is to ease the answer writing. It is not rocket science. So it's a science. It is not a rocket science. You can understand that. That's it. Thank you very much. We'll meet soon.